Welcome to Mastercam Art X video, creating a new art-based surface from an unwrapped cylinder. If we go up to our art toolbar and select this drop down, we can select new art-based surface from unwrapped cylinder. So what we want to do is specify a known cylinder, and Mastercam will automatically unwrap that flat so we can create all of our art on it, and then we can wrap it back up using X or Y substitution in toolpath. We can also simulate that in art, like with a graphic simulation. Our first control here is the diameter of our cylinder. The second one is interrelated with it and tells us that for a 1-inch diameter cylinder we have an unwrapped length of 3.1416. The next icon you use if you need to call out a specific ring size for jewelry. We'll not use it at this time. We'll use it on a future video. The width of our cylinder is 2 inches. And down here we have a margin which allows us to make our cylinder a little bit wider, so we can start off the cylinder, machine the entire cylinder, and finish off the cylinder so the whole edge will get machined. Down here we have some extra geometry creation options. We can create the margin line, a center line, and the boundary of the whole object of the cylinder. And then we can hit the check and create our surface. The next thing we'll do is create some quick geometry and create a surface. So we'll go to Art, Library, and then we'll go to Flourishes, Wide, open that, and we'll pick this one, double click on it, accept that. We'll grow it up a little bit by hitting our plus key, and then we'll rotate it using our L key for rotation left, and we'll just put it in there for a quick diagonal by clicking the left mouse button. Hit the escape key, and now we'll go to organic, and we'll chain this object, pick a convex parabola 1/4 by 0.125, and now we have a surface. Look at that isometric view, and we'll shade that. So here's our surface. Now we can wrap that surface by going over to this drop down under Edit, Wrap Active Art-Based Surface, and it will already translate from the previous dialog when we unwrap the surface what the wrap radius is. So this should allow you, just by hitting the checkbox, to get your wrapping. If we go into the top view, we can rotate this around and take a look at it by hitting the Alt key and using your arrow keys. We can see that we've wrapped that up. Go back to top view and isometric. Now let's toolpath this. So we'll go to machine type, mill, default, and pick the toolpath icon. Select the tool library. We'll pick an 1/8 inch ball and end mill right there. And while we're in this first page, we need to turn on rotary axis, because what we're really going to do is generate a flat tool path and then allow Mastercam to wrap it. After selecting the rotary axis button, we find ourselves in the rotary axis dialog. First thing I want to do is set up for axis substitution, and we will substitute, since our rotary axis is set up pointing down the y-axis, we'll actually be substituting our moves on the x-axis. Our rotary diameter is 1 inch, like we set up in the original unwrapped cylinder dialog. Hit the check there. Now we'll go to the Art Base Surface tool parameters. Our cutting method will be parallel, horizontal, zigzag. Percent step over will be 10. Pick finishing. We will turn off the pre-filter. And then we're ready to go to generate the toolpath. I turned off the surface and the geometry so we can look just at the toolpath. And then we can go into backplot and we can see the tool move around the cylinder. And we can speed that up just a little bit. Actually slow it down a little bit, and we can see that the tool is moving around the cylinder to show us a rotary motion. In actuality, the cylinder would be moving and the tool would be stationary. And we can speed that up. And let's play that again so we can see it works through the whole part. Another method for cutting this, another toolpath style actually, or cutting method. If we go back here and go down to cutting method, cylinder mill spiral will actually, unlike horizontal, this will actually cut at a little bit of an angle so you don't get a line where the zigzag reverses direction on the bottom of your part. So we're going to say finishing, 10% is fine, seam overlaps, good. This will actually overlap the cutter will cut over the seam by 10 thousandths. Go top to bottom is fine, filter, everything's good here. And we'll generate this toolpath. So in this toolpath, what happens is the cutter goes down, cuts around the ring, rapids back, and then cuts around the ring again. So it's cutting in one direction. This also is helpful, like the zigzag, parallel zigzag path, in that it unwraps your rotary axis each time. So the rotary axis doesn't continue to wind up. Sometimes rotary axes, if they do wind up multiple times, have to unwrap multiple times before you can use them again. This concludes Art X video. Create new art-based surface unwrapped.